Welcome to Attention Talk Video, where we pay attention to attention. Now, here's your host, Jeff Copper.
Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm cognitive engineer and ADHD coach, Jeff Copper. You know, the world of the internet today, lots of eye candy, lots of clickbait, lots of entertainment. You know, algorithms really don't care about content. They only like eyeballs. And so there's lots of entertaining things out there. A lot of people telling you what you want to hear. And if you came to hear what you want to hear, you might be a little disappointed, because I really want to spread like honest truths. One of the things that's in vogue these days, if you have ADHD, is to say, I have a different brain wiring. Don't get me wrong. When you say I have different brain wiring, there's a level of hope that you have. Like, hey, I'm not wrong. I'm not bad. I'm just different. It gives you some space. It gives you some confidence. It helps you see things, I guess, more in a positive light. I don't want to minimize that at all. I want to be perfectly clear. However, you can look at it that way and struggle a lot. But if you actually sit there and look at it a little bit differently, all of a sudden, there's a lot of stuff that makes a lot of sense and can help you. ADHD is an executive functioning impairment. It's an impairment. It means executive functions are used to solve problems. Problems are multifaceted and ambiguous. Making plans, making decisions, managing time, those are all multifaceted and ambiguous. If you have an impairment, that means you're not as efficient as a neurotypical. That's what an impairment is. Now, that impairment in daily life can manifest itself as a disability, right? As a disability. However, if you get an accommodation for that impairment, you can mitigate or actually eliminate the disability. My eyesight is impaired. My glasses are an accommodation to mitigate that impairment in daily life. If you have ADHD and you want to look at your brain as, I have special brain wiring, that's fine. But if you really want to move forward, I would acknowledge, own it as an impairment. Get the accommodations, which typically is the form of some type of problem-solving collaboration. And what will happen then is that you'll realize that your natural gifts, because personally, I don't think that ADHD is something that you would wrap up and give anybody for their birthday. But ADHD can get in the way of your natural gifts manifesting. So the idea here is, if you get the help that you need for the impairment, then your natural strengths can manifest. Why is this important? Well, if you're looking at your brain as uniquely brain wired and you're not getting the accommodations, you're not releasing the full benefit of your natural gifts. If you acknowledge that I have a unique brain and it has gifts, an ADHD impairment is getting me down. It's inhibiting the release of that. And say, I need the accommodation for that impairment. Then your gift can shine even brighter. The point of this really is if you think about ADHD, it's a problem-solving impairment. Decluttering, making decisions, those are all problems. If you take a look, most of the time when you're sitting down collaborating with somebody, truly collaborating, not having somebody fix you or tell you what to do or whatever, you'd be surprised at how successful you are. Why am I making these bold statements? I took Dr. Russell Barkley's executive functioning impairment model, built a field of engineering called cognitive ergonomics from the inside out around it, which takes a more observational, factual-based approach to ADHD, into revealing all kinds of things that not only work, but they just make logical sense. If you want to learn more about it, go to cognitive-ergonomics.com. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. We're not trying to provide eye candy and clickbait or entertainment. We're trying to provide content that can help you. If you're an existing subscriber, thoughts on this? With that, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.